My mom has a gangster persona that's completely taken over her life. My mom thinks my sister's disappearance has something to do with gang members.
I would trust a gang member before I trust a police officer here any day of the week.
At the time of Jesse's disappearance, she hung out with very rough people, and possibly she saw something she wasn't supposed to see. The police haven't found Jesse. My sister's case is still open and it hasn't been solved. About a month after Jesse went missing, a video came out of her at a park.
She kind of looked pretty scared when I went over there the other day.
Her head is shaved, the letters SIC, and on the other side is 13 lines going down the side of her head. My mom believed that the letters could be gang related. Initially, my mom started hanging out with gang members to try to get information about Jesse's disappearance. She says she gives these people a little bit of information so that she can gain their trust. I think it's liking the camaraderie and the people she's meeting, because she's like, you got my back, I got your back. It's like, it's insane. My mom went from a suburban mom to a gangster. My mom always has guns and knives on her. She's got thigh-high leather boots on where she keeps knives in her boots. She always has a gun tucked in the back of her pants. She's always just locked and loaded.
Not only does it look cool, it works well. So if you brought it up, you drop it and you have an instant weapon.
I look at my mom and I don't even recognize her anymore. My mom spends a lot of time posting on Facebook, pretty much threatening people. She says things like, don't mess with me. I have absolutely no problem laying my out on the table for all to see. I don't play games. I knew things were getting bad when I was at my mother's house and there was a knock on the door and she drew her gun and had it lowered. There was a FedEx package on her doorstep and she said, it's pretty embarrassing when you have to take your gun out for a knock at your door. I thought that was absolutely bananas. My mom has told me she thinks she's being followed. My mom has convinced herself that the police are against her, that she could be being followed by the cartel or gang members. Jesse's case is my mom's whole life, and I asked my mom if she could walk away, and she said, I'll never walk away until I have answers.
Well, Brittany, it's good to meet you, and I'm very sorry what's going on with your sister Jessie. You believe that she's probably deceased.
Yes, sir.
I'm really sorry about that, if in fact that's the case. I hate that for your family. How have you accommodated to that? Have you accepted that that's the reality? Have you grieved your sister?
You know, for the first 2 years, I think we had a lot of faith and a lot of hope that something would turn up. And it seemed that at the 2-year mark is when I really wanted to heal, and I thought I owed it to myself and to my sister to try to move on with my life and accept that she could have been murdered. And the alternates seem, you don't want your mind to go to those places. There's 12 steps to grieving, but there's not 12 steps to having a missing loved one.
It would be easier if you knew. Even if it was bad news, it would be easier if you knew.
Exactly, and when other people who have missing loved ones in their life find their loved one or find out that they have, were found deceased, you almost feel envious that they're able to go from there, and I wish with my entire heart we had answers.
Sure.